Hey guys, so I just wanted to pop on here really quick. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the different kitchen products that I have here in my kitchen. To start off with, I just wanted to go through the different cloths and towels that I have. So first off, I have the kitchen towel. It is pretty large. This towel will hold up to 2 cups of water or liquid. So if you have any big spills or anything like that, it works really well to pick up those big spills. It also works really well to dry dishes and things like that, drying countertops off. I wanted to show you here, so I have the textured kitchen towel. They also have a towel with this ribbed pattern. This is a cloth, but the towels also have this ribbed pattern. I don't really notice a difference between the two. Some people say that the ribbed pattern picks up crumbs a little bit better. I think the textured kitchen cloth or kitchen towel picks up crumbs just as well. So that is the kitchen towel. It does have backlock in it like most of Norwex's products, and it has the tag to hang if you would like to hang it like that. I think it's really large to hang like that, so I just drape it over my kitchen stove to help it get dry. I have 2 different kitchen cloths. I have both the textured kitchen cloth and the ribbed kitchen cloth. Both of them, like I said, I think they work very well. They work very well to pick up crumbs, whether they're wet or they're dry. The indents of the textured cloth and the ribs of the ribbed cloth hold those crumbs in there very well. With the ribbed pattern cloths, they have a normal Enviro cloth type texture on the back, so the ribbed is only on the texture is only on the one side. With the ribbed cloths, it is on both sides. So both of these cloths also have backlock in them. So remember, backlock means that there isn't going to be anything. They're not going to get stinky if you leave, if you use them over and over again. I'm just hanging them up to dry. I have command hooks in my kitchen as well, inside cupboards and on the walls to hang cloths when I'm done using them. So that's the kitchen towel and the kitchen cloth. Next up, I will share with you the Enviro Scrub. So this is a new little tool that they have introduced recently, and I really like this one, especially for the really sticky messes that you get on your countertops. It seems like whenever we make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, jelly always gets on the counter and then it dries, and it is super hard to get off if you're just using a normal cloth. So this cloth has the regular Enviro cloth on the one side, and then it has this scrubby material on the other side to help with those really sticky messes. It's also a really nice size, so you don't have to fold it up or anything. You just use it and flip it over, use it to shine, whatever. And then it hangs really nice to dry. I keep this one just hung in my cabinet. So it does come in different colors. I think I have a darker blue one as well as this light blue color. So that is the Enviro Scrub. These aren't necessarily used, you don't necessarily have to use these in the kitchen. This is the travel pack of the Enviro cloths. It does come with 5. My husband and I each have one in our car so that we can take them into stores, wipe down carts and everything if we want, or wipe down the inside of the car, the steering wheel, things like that. I also have one at my desk at work, and then we have the 2 in the kitchen. Some people think they work really well as like to wipe their toilets down or to wipe their bathrooms down. They have a different color for each bathroom. It helps them kind of determine which cloths are for bathroom, kitchen, etc. And then they're also really nice. They're nice and small, so you can take them with you when you go traveling and wipe down the phones or the remotes or anything in the hotel rooms that you're staying in. So I just like to talk about those during this time as well, just because they are very nice to use. You can also use them to wipe people's, wipe faces off or whatever. Just an Enviro cloth, so those work really well. A couple other cloths I have to share with you for the kitchen specifically. This cloth is the fruit and vegetable scrub. It is a scrubby type material on one side and semi-scrubby on the other side, I would say. This one does not have backlock in it, but all you're using it for is to scrub your fruits and vegetables. I find it works really, really well on potatoes. We used to use one of those brushes to scrub our potatoes off, but this works so much better. They come out with no dirt on the outside or anything. It also works really, really well for apples. I don't know about you, but I absolutely hate that apples have that waxy coating from whatever chemicals they put on it when they're growing. And water just doesn't get that off. Sometimes I would find myself using dish soap to try to get that off and it still wouldn't work. This works really well. I don't have an issue anymore. So this is one of my favorite cloths that I would say probably isn't super popular just because people don't know what to use it for, but it is one of my most favorite cloths in the kitchen. Second most favorite cloth I would say is the stainless steel cloth. So this one is very similar, I would say comparable to the window cloth. However, it is specifically made for stainless steel. This one does have backlock in it, so it won't get stinky, and you won't have to wash it very frequently. This one you're going to use exactly like you would the window cloth. So with the window cloth, as a reminder, you're going to use that Enviro cloth to get it wet, and then you're going to use the window cloth dry to polish your windows, your mirrors, any shiny surfaces. You can use the window cloth on your stainless steel. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want something that's specifically made for stainless steel, this cloth is slightly different because the one side is the window cloth and then the other side is a softer material. So if you're rubbing with the grain of your stainless steel, it takes everything out and it is super, super shiny and they look brand new again. This is one of my favorite cloths for sure. Moving on, I'm gonna go over the dishcloth. So this one I would say is probably the least purchased cloth because it looks funny. So this is the dish rag or the dishcloth, and this one does not have backlock in it, but I would say this is the neatest cloth we have because it works so well on dishes. So you can scrunch it up, use it as kind of, it works like a scrubby, gets all of the, burnt on eggs, burnt on meat, anything that's on your pans, it scrubs them really well. It's not a abrasive, like this would be more abrasive, I would say. It's not an abrasive material, it is just a net, and it picks all of that burnt on yuck off. Honestly, my husband was super amazed by this because of how well it got the food off. The nice thing about this is since it doesn't have backlock in it and it is this net material, you can use any dishwash or any dish detergent that you want. I recommend using the Norwex dishwashing soap just because it works so well. If you are going to use any dishwashing soap, I'm going to say that I hope that you're using something that's free and clear just because it's healthier for you, but this cloth allows you to use any dish soap that you would like. The other kind of hack that I have found that works really well is you can, besides a dishcloth, you can use this as a strainer. So if you put it in a bowl or in a pan, and you dump some fruits in there, you can, put the fruits in there, get them all wet, and then just take the corners of your cloth. Let's see if I can pick them up. And just kind of shake them out like this, and it becomes a strainer, and that the fruit just strains right out. So this is super neat. I usually, when I'm done using it, I just fold it in a fourth like this and hang it over my sink, and it dries super, super, super fast because it is that net material. So, yeah, pretty neat one. Some other things I have here are, this is the Spiri Sponge. I really like this Spiri Sponge and I use it quite frequently. For some reason, whenever we cook anything on our stove, it seems like it boils over and then you get that burnt ring on the stove. If you watched my cleaning paste video, I was using this Spiri Sponge to clean the top of my stovetop. It works really well. The one thing I like to tell people when purchasing this and when using it is because it is that abrasive outer coating, please try using this in like an inconspicuous place before you use it over your whole entire stovetop. I have a glass stovetop and my glass stovetop works just fine with it, but I don't want to say your glass stovetop is the same exact one I have, so I want you to try it before you would go, and I don't want you to scratch up your whole surface. Like I said in the cleaning paste video, it is a sponge, squishy sponge, absorbent type. I mean, it's a sponge. And then it has that abrasive coating, so it does work well for dishes. It works well for showers. If you have any like hard water scale buildup stuff, it works really well to get that off. I used it on my fridge. I have a water dispenser, and sometimes that hard water builds up a little ring on the plate. I use this with the cleaning paste, and that works really well. And like I said, I do use it on my stovetop, and it doesn't scratch my stovetop. But any place I use it for the first time, I do try it someplace where it's not very noticeable, just in case. This here is, we call it our Spiri net. It's very similar to any of the Spiri net you could buy in the stores. However, this one is it has that microsilver in it, and it is not going to smell, and it is not going to break up as easily as the other ones that you would buy at the dollar store are. So this is really nice. We use it for our kitchen sink. We don't use anything like the Barkeeper's Friend anymore. We just use this. If we wanted to use anything, I guess maybe I would use some dishwashing soap, the dishwashing detergent, or I would use the cleaning paste. But I would never use anything else that's not Norwex brand with this, because it has that microsilver in it. Couple more things I wanted to share with you are just some of the formulas that we have. So I'll start with these two. This is our Ultra Zyme dishwashing powder, and this is our Rinse Aid Plus. Together, these work best. This you're going to use like you normally would for your normal Rinse Aid. You put it in that Rinse Aid spot in your dishwasher. And then for the Ultra Zyme dishwashing powder, it comes with this little scoop. You're just going to I just put a half a scoop in my dishwasher. I have noticed that it works a lot better if you throw it at the bottom of your dishwasher instead of putting it in the little cup in the little dishwasher cup. Sometimes, depending on how your plates and dishes are stacked in the dishwasher, the powder doesn't disperse as well if you put it in that little cup. It works a lot better if you just throw it at the bottom of your dishwasher. Again, together these work best because they are made to work together. I've been talking a little bit about the dishwashing soap. I love this dishwashing soap because it is ultra concentrated. So you do not need to use very much. If you're going to put it in your sink and fill your sink up, you probably just need maybe just a tiny little squirt, couple drops. If you're going to use it if you're not filling up your sink, I would suggest we actually dump some into a spray bottle like this and just label it dish soap. So I filled this up probably no more than like right there. So just a quick squirt. This is an 8 ounce. I put, just like I said, a tiny little bit, fill it up with water, shake it up a little bit, and this becomes my dish soap. And I just spray it on my dishes, wash them off with my dish rag, and we get our dishes clean just like that. So it just depends on how you're going to use it. The other thing that this stuff works really well for, kind of a little cheater's hack, is it works really well to get stains out of your Norwex cloths. So I think I mentioned in my nightly routine video that sometimes my purple facial pads will get the eye makeup on them. And when you rinse them off, the black mascara or eyeliner, whatever I'm using, doesn't always come off of those. So I will just put a tiny, tiny little drop of the dishwashing soap right on there, kind of rub it in and rinse it off, and it comes right out. So that's kind of a little tip with this. Very, very good stuff. Lasts forever, I swear. Finally, the last product I have to share with you today is the Fresh Produce Wash. So this and the cloth go really well together because this kind of helps scrape off that excess surface, anything you would have used like a scrub brush for on your potatoes, your carrots, your apples, things like that. This works really well for. This works really well for the things that you don't want to use the scrubby for. So that's things like your strawberries. You probably don't want to scrub them because you're going to lose all your strawberry. It's going to get smushed. So this you just spray on, you let it sit for a few seconds, and you rinse that off. It's going to get all of that yucky bacteria, all of the dirt, grime, pesticides, anything that is on your fruits and vegetables that you don't want on there to consume it. This is going to help get it off. So this I highly recommend for both of these. I highly recommend for people who eat lots of fruits and vegetables because they do help get that yuckiness off of your fruits and vegetables. So that's all I have in my kitchen for right now. I know there's other products. I just haven't gotten around to purchase them yet. So if you have any questions about anything in the catalog, anything on the website, just let me know. Have a great day, guys.